Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is IT.Rex at your service. For today's video, I will share to you the Css Nc Ii migrated COC2 set up computer network. Tara, G! To start COC2, these are the things you have to remember. Number 1, you know how to create workgroup. Number 2, you know how to configure network, either dynamic or static settings. To start creating workgroup, so you have to select the File Explorer. Then go to this PC. So this PC, right click, then Properties. Dito sa Properties, makikita mo ang computer name na may pangalan na Win. Then full computer name, Win again. So computer description and the workgroup. So ang pangalan nito ay workgroup. So you can change this one in order for you to connect para makita ang mga PC na kailangan mong iset na workgroup. So dito tayo mag-change. So in our case, we have to change this in CSS TESDA workgroup. So paano yan gawin? Go to change settings. Then here in change, so there will be a change button. Then so the computer name, so since this is a server, so you have to name it as server. Then the workgroup, again, CSS TESDA. Puro yan capital letters. Then click OK. Then welcome to the CSS TESDA workgroup. Then before starting, save in and open file, close all programs. Okay. Change will take effect after you start the computer, so close. So since mag-restart na to, we will go to the next step, which is to configure the network, either static or dynamic. So by the way, when you say static, these are IP address that are assigned manually and do not change unless that change is done manually. Yun ang static configuration. And dynamic configuration are IP addresses that change over time and are usually allocated automatically by the DHCP server. So let's configure na. In our case, we will apply the dynamic configuration kasi madali lang. Later na ang static configuration. So saan yan makikita? Dito sa may yellow warning sign. So this is the network. Then right click, open network sharing. So again, bago tayo mag-restart, we will just configure the second step. So here, go to change adapter settings, then Ethernet, so double click, then go to properties, then go to Internet Protocol version 4 or TCP IPv4, then click properties. So here, this is the network configuration na kailangan nating gawin. So if you observe this one, this is the dynamic configuration. Wala ka talagang gagalawin dito. Automatic siyang mag-assign ng IP address. But in case na mag-static tayo configuration, so ganito ang gagawin pag static. So use the following address, use the following IP address, and also use the following DNS server address. So ganito lang siya if ever na kailangan mag-static kayo. Ito. 192.168.0.105. Example, that is the IP of the server. So click this one, automatic maglalagay ang subnet mask, the default gateway. So the default gateway will be 101. So example, 192.168.0.101. So yan ang setup or static settings. Sa preferred DNS, we can put 8.8.4.4. Depende sa kailangan yung DNS server IP address. Then 8.8.4.5. This is the alternate DNS server. So yan ang static configuration. But in our case, para madali tayo sa COC2, we'll just use the dynamic. So dynamic, you just have to obtain the IP address automatically and also obtain the DNS server address manually. So ganun lang po ang dynamic configuration. Click OK, then close, 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 close. And so since we are done with changing the workgroup from workgroup to Css TESDA rather, so we'll just restart to para ma-effect, and also this computer name will be changed to server after starting. So restart now. So after starting, so you have to click Ctrl Alt Delete, then the password is at 12345. So we will check if na change ba ang workgroup niya at ang computer name niya. So click File Explorer, then this PC, right click Properties. So yan ang result na change talaga siya after the restart. So what we do in server, so same process with the client. We will check if nakita na ang kanyang network sa server. So ang kulang natin is client and also the netbook. So we'll check here. So dito, then click the network. Okay, so ayan, nakita ang client but the server is not visible. Meaning to say, na-configure na ang client but the server are still on the process kung paano siya ma-appear dyan sa network. So what we're going to do is we have to configure this one. So first, we have to go here in network, then go to properties. Then here in change advanced sharing settings, so you have to click this one. Then here in first drop down menu, so turn on the network discovery. Then turn on the file printer sharing. So after that one, this one, turn on the network discovery again, and also turn on the file printer sharing. And the last, the all network. So here, so you have to turn on sharing, so anyone with network access can read and write files in public folders. And here, in password protected sharing, so you have to turn off the password protected sharing. Then save changes. Okay, so close, then refresh. Tignan natin kung makita ang server. So since hindi pa rin nakita, meron pa tayong gagawing setup. So you have to follow this one. Go to start, then here in search, so you have to search or type services. Ito, click. So here in services, ito ang apat na kailangan mong malaman. So ito ang dapat hanapin mo para mag-appear ang server doon sa network. So you have to find the UPnP, the SSDP, and the two functions. So we just search or hanapin natin sa services. So first, the UPnP. So letter U. You can type that one into U. Then the UPnP device host. So from startup type naka-disable, so we have to automatic.1. So, kung paano gawin, so ganito yun lang. Right click, then properties, then startup type is disabled, so you have to automatic. Then apply, then okay. So, SSDP na naman tayo. So, SSDP, type SS, then DP. So, ito, SSDP discovery, then right click, properties, disable, then automatic, apply, okay. Then the two function, so just type function. So ito, function discovery provider host. So right click again, kasi naka manual, then click automatic. Then apply, okay. So last is function discovery resource publication. So from manual to automatic, click automatic. So automatic, then apply, then okay. So since we are done with the 4 setup of services, so we will check if gumana ba siya. Then refresh here. So wala pa rin. So since wala pa, so the last resort is you have to restart the computer kung mag-appear ang server dito. So click, then restart. Then continue. Okay, let's check if nakita na ba ang server. So open. This is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then check to the network. So dito lang sa File Explorer, then go to network and refresh. Okay, so nakita na ang server. Meaning to say, so yung mga na-configure natin, yung mga na-setup natin, yung services, etc., yung advanced settings, so lahat ng yun, if ever hindi pa makita ang server, you have to restart. Okay, so that is how to create the workgroup and also the network configuration in a server PC. Then we'll go to the client setup. So we are now in a client PC. So in client, so same process with the server lang siya. So let's proceed. So fast forward na lang tayo kasi madali na lang. Go to File Explorer. Then go to this PC, properties. Then here, so meron na siyang client and then the workgroup is iba. So change setting, change. So dito. By the way, so in computer description, pwede wala na yan as long as nandito ang computer name. So di ba client? So we'll just put client PC para ma-change talaga. And then the workgroup. So what's the workgroup? Css TESDA. Yan. Then click OK. So kung kita mo nyo ang server, so same process lang talaga. That's why I make it faster because madali na lang. Then welcome to Css TESDA workgroup. Okay. Then okay. Then close. So restart. So before we restart, so let's check if naka-dynamic ba siya or static. Dito. Then go to, so dito na lang. Hindi yan. Ito. Right click. Then open network and internet setting. So in client, dito sa Windows 10 na OS, so makikita mo naka-globe siya na icon. But same lang yan sa network doon. So no internet access, network. So right click. Then open network and internet settings. Then here. So meron tayong troubleshoot, properties, etc. So dito na lang tayo sa advanced network settings. So change adapter option. Here. Click that one. Then punta tayo sa Ethernet. Then right click, properties. Then select IPv4. Then properties. Then here. So if you observe, meron tayong naka-static na DNS dito. So what we're going to do is to obtain this one. Meaning to say, ang configuration natin is dynamic configuration. Click that one, then click okay. So always double check your work. Close, then close, then close, then here. So ito, nakita mo, restart now. Okay, so since tapos na, so we'll check the network dito. Makita natin kung nandun ba, na-effect ba, or we'll just check if same with the server. Check muna natin. So client PC, then Css TESDA. Then we'll go to the network para makita ang dalawa. So ito. So dito na. So we have client PC and the server. Meaning to say, na-configure na natin ang CSS2, which is the network configuration. So this time, we will proceed to the folder or sharing of files. So kung paano siya gagawin ang mag-share ng files. Same with the computer shop, yung if ever mag-preprint kayo galing sa example PC26, and then you have to print that one, a hard copy doon sa attendant. So they will just ask your file name at anong PC, then makikita na. So ito yung network na sinasabi ko, which is madali na lang ang transaction nyo doon sa computer shop. Okay? So kung paano yan gawin, so example, nandito sa documents, na save ang yung file dito. Then you have the file or the folder, which is Css file sharing in client. So ganun lang. So meaning to say, doon kayo nag-save sa Css file sharing, then meron kayong file dito na example naka-word, then example history of computer. So then you want to print that one. So dapat makita ni server. So this one, this folder, so you have to share this file. This one. Then right click, then go to properties, then sharing. So here, button na share. Then click everyone, then add, then right click, read and write, then share. Then done. Then you have to click also the advanced sharing. So you have to share 2 times when you are sharing the file. So advanced sharing, then share this folder, then apply, then okay. So close. So yun ang pag-share ng files. So same with the server, if you have files in server, so kung you want to share, pwede siya. So let's check this one if na-share ba ito sa network sa server. So let's check to the server if nakita ito. So we'll go to the server. So since we want to check the file, which is yung CSS file sharing client, and then the file name or the word file name is history of computer. So punta tayo sa client PC na computer. Then click this one. Then ito, nakita na siya, na-share ang file. So click this one, then ito na. So history of computer. Okay? If you observe na wala siyang icon na Microsoft Office or Word kasi wala siyang naka-install na MS Office dito sa server. So yun. Meaning to say, successful ang ating pag-share. So, if you share in client, so vice versa in server, so pareho lang yan. So, if we create folder here, so here, example folder, then server, folder, sharing, file. Then, we want file, so example, we'll create file, new, example, image na naman. So, kailangan nating computer parts. Example. So, pag ma-check ni client, dapat nakita na ito. But we will share that one. Same process with the client sharing. So, go to sharing. Then, go to share. Then, same process. Everyone, add, read and write, share, done. Then, advanced sharing. Share this folder, apply, then okay, and close. So we'll check if nakita ni client. We'll check if na-share ba yung folder ni server. So dito sa network. Then check the server. So ano yun? Server folder sharing file. So ito. Na mali ang pangalan niya. Instead of folder na fair. Pero okay lang yan. Walang problema. So ito na. So ano yung file? Computer parts ata. So check natin. Click. Then ito na. Okay. So those are the things on how to share the files in server and client. Next, we will go to the netbook. So paano siya ma-network since without using the cable na yung UTP cable, we will use the wireless connection. So kung paano yun gawin, so we'll get to the next video or next step. Okay, we are now in the netbook configuration. So before tayo makakonect sa netbook, so we have to connect this netbook in a Wi-Fi. So wala na talagang cable. We will use the Wi-Fi. So saan yung Wi-Fi? Ito. So itong router Wi-Fi. Yan. So dapat makonect tayo dyan. So in this case, we have to configure the router kung paano natin yan makokonect ang netbook. So to get that one, so you have to follow these steps. To make it the router na makonfigure mo, so itong router na naka-box na may apat na sungay, so you have to reset this one. You have to hard reset. Kumbaga, you have to reset para mabalik ang kanyang default settings para makonfigure mo na. So kung paano to gawin, so kita mo itong color black na button. So you have to long press this one. So let's start. So again, we will long press this one kasi hindi kasi makikita doon sa likod kung nag-effect ba ang kaniyang pag-reset. So pag long press nito is para siyang ma-off lahat, then babalik siya mag-on. So again, long press. Yun. So yun ang indication na na-reset na siya. Yun. Pag nakita na siya na nag-start ulit, then meron siyang power, so meaning to say na-reset na yan. So yan ang pag-reset ng router or ng Wi-Fi router. So meaning to say, bumalik na siya sa kanyang default settings. So after that one, we will configure this one. So bumalik na siya. So make it to configure this one, so we'll follow the steps using the client PC. So in client PC, ganito ang pag-configure ng router na ating na-reset kanina. So first, you have to find the CMD or the command prompt. Then here in the command prompt, you have to type this command. So ipconfig. So yan. Remember that one, then enter. So we know now the IP address of this client. So the IP address of client is 192.168.0.101. Then the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Then the default gateway is 192.168.0.1. So in this case, if nalalaman mo na ang default gateway ng router, so this one, the default gateway, is same with the IP address of the router. So remember this one. Ito ang gagamitin natin. Kung saan natin yan gagawin, so we will open the browser. Okay? So remember 192.168.0.1. So here, in Internet Explorer, open, then type the Okay, so sample, balik natin 192.168.0.1. Yan. So, enter. So, ito ang GUI ng router. Ito yung laman ng router, yung device. So, meron siyang new password at confirm password. Kasi, na-reset natin yun, yung na-hard reset natin. Diba kanina? So, must contain no spaces, must be 6 to 32 characters long, must contain at least 2 types of the following characters, so easy or small letter, Z, then numbers and symbols, then confirm password. So, in our case, so I just put the admin, then 1, 2, 3. So, sample lang yan. No? Admin, 1, 2, 3. Then, again, admin, 1, 2, 3. So, ito to show password ito. Then, let's get started. Meaning kasi, ikaw na talaga ang nag-reset at nag-configure ng router. Then, let's get started. Ito na. So, ito na ang laman ng router mo. So, we have the router, which the model is TP-Link Archer C24. Then, next. Then, skip. Then, ito na. So, personalized wireless setting. So, ito ang pangalan ng router mo. So, to change this one, so we have to make it your unique name. Example. So, si Geraldine. So, sample, Espiritu. So, Espiritu. Igo pala to. Then, okay. Then, Wi-Fi. Sample lang yan. Okay? So, this one is a 2.4 GHz na Wi-Fi. Meaning to say, our router is a dual band Wi-Fi. Meaning, ibig sabihin yan, so we have 2.4 and also 5G. So, it will accept 5G network. Just like sa mga cellphone na 5G. Diba? So, we have Espiritu Wi-Fi and the password will change that one into para madali lang, para hindi ka na maguguluhan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pwede siya. No? Then, here in 5G, so lalagyan lang, automatic maglagay siya ng 5G. So, there are 2 Wi-Fi na makakonect natin. Then, password, para pareho lang. So, we'll just click next. So, ikaw na ang talagang nag-change ng Wi-Fi name at saka password. No? Na merong 2.4 at 5 GHz or 5G na network. So, by the way, 5G is a 5th generation network. So, yan na. So, confirm settings. Then, next. Then, so, tapos na. Checking the internet connection. So, since wala tayong internet, we don't have Globe and PLDT. So, we have only Wi-Fi but there's no connection. So, yan. Yan na. So, after that one, we will connect the netbook since that is, netbook is a wireless. So, here in netbook, so, we will connect the Wi-Fi na ating na-configure or nating na set. So, we have Espiritu Wi-Fi. Then, connect. So, what's the password? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then, to confirm that one, meron tayong parang show password. Yan. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then, next. Then, so, nag-loading siya. Just have to refresh and check again. Okay, so ito na, na-connect na siya but no internet. So connected na. So this time, to make it connected na naman sa network configuration, so we are done with the server, we are done with the client. So sa netbook naman, so para gawin yan, so we have to create the workgroup and also the network configuration. So same process with the client and also the server. So check this one, then this PC and properties. So fast forward na lang tayo kasi same na lang yan. So netbook, this is TESDA. So yan, tapos na. Yan, check the network. Here in netbook, you have to remember na Wi-Fi na siya, hindi siya LAN. So right click this one, then open network and sharing. Then go to change adapter settings. So if you observed, meron tayong Ethernet and Wi-Fi. So dito tayo mag-select, hindi dito. Kasi sa Wi-Fi tayo nakakonect. Ito is sa LAN cable, UTP. Ito Wi-Fi. So here, right click, properties, then IPv4, click, then properties. So ito, observe mo, meron siyang static sa ibaba. So obtain lang yan. Then click OK. Then close. Then check to the network. So we'll jump to the network kung makita siya ang netbook. So refresh. Check. Okay. So meaning to say there are 3 PCs that are connected to each other and also sharing of files. So to make it clear, para maklaro talaga na connect siya, so we'll click the client PC and then yung na-share na file. So ito, di ba? Yan, di ba kanina? History of computer. Then next, the server. Yan. Then, so asan na yun? Ito, server for sharing file. So yan, computer parts. So vice versa, same with the server and client. Kung ma-share tayo sa netbook, pareho lang talaga niyan. Okay? So yun ang folder or sharing of folder or files. Okay? So this time we will go to the next step of COC2. So ito na ang last ng COC2, which is to test the connection of your computer using ping command in command prompt. This will be the last step for COC2, which is to inspect and configure computer network. So to start with, so go to CMD command prompt. Then, so same with the how to get the IP address, so IP config. Then, so this is the IP address of the client, 192.168.0.1. Ito ang kailangan natin to test if connected ba siya. So ito ang result if test or mag-check tayo sa connection. So there will be a command which is the ping. So ping, pwede capital, pwede small, it's not sensitive, case sensitive. So ping, then we'll check the client connection, so 192.168.0.101. So ito ang IP ng client, so we'll check kung gana ba siya. So pinging, replying, so yan ang result ng client. Meaning to say, connected siya at functional siya ang connection. So to get the to check also the server and also the netbook, so we will get the IP of the server and the netbook. We'll check the IP of the server first, then the netbook. So in this case, the IP of the server is 192.168.0.1. So yun ang i-check natin for the connection of the server. Kung connected ba siya at functional siya or mag-reply ba siya. So since we know already the IP address of the server, so we'll ping the server. So ping, then the IP is 192.168.0.100. So yan ang IP address ng server. So we'll check kung mag-reply ba siya. If mag-reply siya, then good siya. Okay, so good ang server. Next, we'll proceed to the netbook. Sa netbook, ito ang IP address ng netbook. So 192.168.0.102. So we'll check if connected siya sa client. So the IP address of the netbook is, first we'll put ping, then we'll add 192.168.0.102. Yan. So reply. Okay, so meaning to say, all of the devices from server, client, and netbook are connected to each other. So yan ang result na sakto ang ating pag-configure or network configuration. So by the way, the meaning of ping, so PING, is Packet Internet Grouper. Packet Internet Grouper. So in ping, kung anong ginawa natin sa client, so pareho lang sa server. So ito ang sa server. So yan. So check siya lahat, naka-ping din. So from server, client, and netbook. Yan. Then in netbook, so we have also the 102, which is the netbook. Then the 100 is the server, and the last 101 is the client. So yun ang connected lahat. So fast forward lang ako, or yan na. So to check the assessor na tapos na kayo sa COC2, so yan ang i-check nyo, yung ping. So yun lahat ang ating na-output sa COC2. And that's the end of COC2. And that's it for today's video tutorial. If you have any questions, just comment below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Again, this is IT.RexChannel at your service.